Thank you very much, Woody. It's nice to see that we're coordinated. That's always good. Next, it's my pleasure to recognize our outgoing executive committee members. Chris Bauer, who does reside in San Francisco, served on the executive committee since 2007. And here in LA, we have the one and only Warren Stanley. Please join me up here, Warren. Warren has served on the executive committee. Let me help you up. For 5 years.
Thank you, Professor.
A fun 5 years it has been. So we wish to present you with this plaque in honor of your contribution.
Mr. Ian, thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Next, I would like to ask, is there any other business? You can sense the end is near.
I have some other business, Mr. Ex-Chairman.
Yes, Mr. New Chairman.
I'd like to add a thank you to everyone for showing up this morning. Deputy Commissioner Judge Lowe, among other celebrities in the audience, thank you for being here too. In John's report, I think in San Francisco he used the word a few times, but he used the word volunteer once in his report earlier. I'm sure you all know, but I'll just emphasize service on the executive committee, service as chairs of the various committees of the association, and committee participants is all done on a voluntary basis. Most of us have full-time jobs. This was a particularly demanding year in our industry, which I don't need to report, you all know it pretty well. It was not surprisingly a demanding year for the Surplus Line Association, and it was a particularly demanding year for our chairman who had to lead us through this, and in the midst of that, he has a pretty demanding national job for Arch. So on behalf of the association, John, and as your vice chair, I'd like to thank you for a year of really hard work that was appreciated. And as has been the custom here, now, when Tony Joseph goes home today, he will find that he no longer has a doorbell. But as has been the custom at the SLA for the outgoing chairman, in recognition of his or her efforts, we've made a statement here by providing them with Tony Joseph's doorbell. In many minds, the name Lloyd's is synonymous with the Lutein bell, though there is a widespread misconception about its use. The Lutein bell hangs above the rostrum in the underwriting room at Lloyd's and is used when important announcements are to be made to the market. 2 strokes for good and 1 stroke for bad news. It is not rung for every loss at sea. The sounding of the bell formerly meant that an announcement was to follow relating to an overdue vessel, but with the development of modern methods of communication, the bell is more frequently sounded for ceremonial occasions. The bell originally belonged to the French frigate La Lutine that surrendered to the British at Toulon in 1793 and was rechristened as HMS Lutine, used to carry a cargo of gold bullion from Yarmouth Roads to Hamburg in 1799. That was her last voyage. The vessel was wrecked off Terschelling in a violent storm on October 10, 1799, with a loss of all hands and a cargo valued at some 1.4 million pounds, which was insured, not surprisingly, at Lloyd's. A number of salvage attempts have been made over the year, resulting in the recovery of some 100,000 pounds in bullion. Relics such as a cannon, the rudder from which a chair and table now in the library at Lloyd's were made, the captain's watch, and of course, the bell itself, which was raised in 1859. So, particularly for Mr. Redak, I believe 2 strokes is for your very good news that you're somewhat relieved. So, John, thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll watch it. Okay. That brings the meeting to a close. May I have a motion to adjourn the business meeting? Do we have a second? All in favor say aye. All in favor say nay. The meeting is adjourned.